We've all heard about so-called lucky numbers. What are lucky numbers and why are they lucky? Or, is it just some silly superstition? Could there really be some hidden mystical truth to this widespread belief? This is our topic for today's tutorial, Numerology 101. Lucky numbers and you. Everything, I mean everything, can be broken down to numbers. But, how can we find our numbers? Let's begin by using your date of birth. Let's say that your name is Mary, and your date of birth is August 15th, 1979. So, what we want to do is add the numbers of your date of birth straight across, like so. 8 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9 equals 40. I came up with 40. So hopefully, you did too. The idea here is to end up with only one digit. So, we continue with our addition. 4 plus 0 equals 4. There. Now we have our one-digit number. Our root number. Therefore, your root number is a 4. Now that we have your root number, we can now find out what your other numbers are. Now, pay close attention to this next part. Because here's the secret. Beginning with the number 4, remember, you should always begin with your root number. We are now going to add 9 to this number. You should not be using any other number. We come up with 13, this is our next number. Now, add 9 to the 13, and you should have 22. Adding 9 to this number will give you your next number, which should be 31. The general rule is to continue by adding 9 to the previous number until you've reached 40. Of course, you can go on by adding 9 infinitely. Now, you may be asking yourself, why are there two columns? You are supposed to stop adding 9 to column 1 when you reach the number 40. What this is, will be explained in a moment. Now, let's begin column 2, and, continuing from where we left off, let's start with the number 49. You should continue adding 9 to get each subsequent number. For the sake of time, let's only go up to 94. Okay. So let's look at these numbers. In column 1, we have 4, 13, 22, 31, and 40. Can you find any similarities? What do these numbers have in common? What is it that really stands out about them? Let's pause for a few moments and examine the numbers in column 1 a little more closely. First of all, one of the most obvious things here, if you didn't already see it, is that the vertical row numbers on the right, in each of the two columns, are going backwards. In column 1, on the right, we have 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. On the left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see a pattern with these numbers? The vertical rows on the left, in each of the two columns, are going forwards. In column 2, on the left, notice how the numbers are going up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is very interesting to note the rhythm and flow of these numbers. I call this the lava lamp principle. When one bubble goes up, another one goes down, at exactly the same time. An example of this would be, if you just pulled into a parking space at the grocery store. Notice that there is someone near you, either across from you, or next to you, that is pulling out at exactly the same time. How many times has this happened to you? This is also a quick way of checking to see if you have followed the steps correctly. If you see this forward and backward flow with your numbers, then you are most likely doing everything right. What other things are there about these numbers? Well, since you had to ask, they all add up to 4. Isn't this Mary's root number? Yes, all of the numbers in column 1 do add up to 4, but what about the numbers in column 2? They all add up to 13. Yes, this is true. But go ahead and add them one more time, please. I'll explain in a minute. Beginning with the number 49, let's add these two numbers together. 4 plus 9 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now, let's look at the next number, which is 58. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. These numbers do add up to 4 also. It's just that you must add them twice. This is why these numbers are in a completely separate column, for they are not as strong or potent as the numbers in column 1. The numbers in column 1 all add up to 4 right away, making them more desirable than other numbers. In other words, these numbers are more harmonious for Mary, and more likely to produce dynamic results for her, because they add up to her date of birth number, her root number, right away.